if you stop. Well, hello, y'all, and welcome back. It's been a while since we did this, so grab a chair, sit down. Tonight's guest is James Ladson III. He's a producer from North Carolina that is trying to build a community for independent artists. So before we bring him up, we're going to bring my co-host up. Brad, how are you, buddy? It's been a while.
Good. How are you, man? It has been a minute.
I'm good. Been busy. Everything going on, all them hats I'm trying to wear.
I've been keeping up with you on social media and everything. I know you had some events you were working on.
Oh, yeah, I got a few. We'll get into that tonight, definitely. But let's get into the reason why we're here. Let's welcome our guest, James, to the show. James, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Glad you could take time out to share your music and your story, a little bit of your story with us.
Yeah, I'm just glad to be on here. Thank y'all for the opportunity for having me here. Appreciate the conversation that we had earlier, and I'm just looking forward to tonight and seeing how things go.
Sounds good. Yeah. I know we've got a couple tracks that we're going to play, and we'll get into all of those here in just a minute. Again, if you guys are not following, subscribing, haven't hit the bell for the notifications, please make sure you do that to stay in the loop. And we'll kind of get rolling on everything here. We've got a lot of good stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to find out more about James. We're going to maybe talk about some current events. And we're certainly going to listen to his tracks and everything here too. So James, why don't you kind of start off and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what your goals are and what you're passionate about.
Yeah. So, first of all, y'all heard my name. My name is James Ladson. I currently reside in North Carolina. My background is pretty much, I've been involved in music for pretty much the majority of my life. Art has been a part of my life. So besides music side, I got creative with actual artistic stuff like drawing, painting. And when I got into listening to actual hip hop music, that was something I really gravitated to. My parents are originally from Brooklyn, New York. So,
Nice.
New York location, hip hop, that in the 80s was very, very strong. So I had an uncle who was very instrumental in that, and I had aunts, and just the whole setup with the break dance and everything really kind of like gravitated me towards that genre of music. So years later, I started getting more interested in it and wanting to try to actually put that into making my own music. So I got a microphone, started recording audibly and putting out some music, but I still was trying to develop my niche, like what lane I wanted to go into. And I had certain people that would just come on my path and just start mentioning sync licensing, but I was like, I don't want to do that type of stuff. Like I had like my own dreams and ambitions, and that was before I got married. So then I got married and the kids came later on, and my faith played a big role in that. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work because I love being a family man. I want to be at home, and I just want to be able to have it to where I don't play that going out on the road and things of that nature. So I was working a heavy job. I was working 12-hour shifts, and I said, look, I got to find something. So I wound up having a couple of mentors come in my life, and they started talking about sync again. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look into this. So I learned about how to put together a format, and I said, this should be something I could be able to do. So I started cranking out music. And when you have a passion, it starts to really start to flourish. And I just started putting together music. Next thing you know, I had a couple of publishers saying they wanted my work, got my work in a couple of libraries, and then just the ball started rolling. So I really started hard in 2021. And here I am in 2026, got multiple placements and just continuing to build a community that I have with certain artists and producers that have that same passion, same faith, and just want to try to stay in their lane, but also wanting to share information, because it's not good to withhold the information to yourself. You want to go ahead and teach others and help others. And then once you get that information as well, do your research and try to grow from it and help other people be better at their artistic skills, production skills, whatever it may be, whatever their niche. So that's what I'm trying to go ahead and push is education, discipline, and consistency. And that's what I have with the group of producers and artists that I'm with. And hopefully they can be able to start branching out on their own, people underneath their circle, and start to do the same thing. So it's just basically being like disciplined and giving your nuggets for them to go ahead and take out and start their own system of how they want to do things, because they may want to do things differently than I do. And that's fine. But I just want to promote like, hey, this is what we got going on here as far as the group, working on different projects. If you got something you want to work on and you want to connect with that same publisher, by all means, go ahead and do it. Because I don't believe in gatekeeping. I really don't. I hate that type of mentality. I'm just like, if I got the information, I'm gonna share it, and maybe this publisher you work better with than I can, and I accept that. So that's a nutshell of the journey and where I'm at right now. I'm just blessed to continue to keep going forward with it.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, you're muted, Willie.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, especially being in it. I've not been in it, but the producing side of it, not very long. But being the DJ I've been for the last 5 years, you see that it's more about. I didn't realize there was a term for it, to be completely honest. But you see more people trying to keep what they're doing themselves and not help building one each other up. And I think as a music industry, we need to get back to that. I mean, you think of the older days where you had all the greats sitting down in writer circles, and you know, you don't have a whole lot of that now. And if you do, they're fighting over who gets what.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on here in Nashville, but that's, because that's what we do in the city, but it's not the norm in a lot of other places. And it should definitely be fostered, because creativity compounds when you're feeding off of others, and you're able to kind of stack your creativity and insights, and it's healthy, to do that. Like you said, I mean, can you do it by yourself? Sure.
But why would you want to? Why would you not want to have a community behind you?
Well, some people just are opportunists sometimes, and, they want to snag ideas, and, it has to be done right. Like, here in Nashville, I mean, we have like writers' rooms. I mean, where you schedule times with other writers, and you go and you sit in a room, and you literally, like, one person may be writing the melody and the other one's writing the lyrics, and but you sign an agreement before you get into that room that whatever you create is going to be both of yours, and you kind of work all that out so that people aren't stealing your IP, what I mean, your ideas and that kind of stuff. So
I think that makes sense.
But it has to be structured properly, for that to encourage that type of creativity. So, but yeah, it's definitely something that, I wasn't even aware of really until I moved here. Like I knew that it happened, but I didn't know that there was like a true structure that encourages that environment. And it does exist. But it's definitely, I moved here from Charlotte, North Carolina. It doesn't happen in Charlotte. Necessarily. I mean, it does, but not like it at the volume that it's here. It's every day here.
It don't here in Salem, Missouri. I can tell you that.
Yeah. And I'm from Mississippi, so it definitely doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
But it
yeah,
should be
it's
an incentive. It should
what's
be an
that?
incentive to get stuff going for like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure, like in my area or even wherever you're at, I'm sure there's always one or two songwriters hidden that they don't know where to go. So I think that it actually would be a really good community outreach type of thing.
It is, yeah. And if anybody, wants any information about that, you're certainly welcome to look us up on social media and reach out to us. I'm happy to point people in the right direction on my side. And it sounds like James is kind of working on doing something like that as well. So I know we have a link for James and his information. Why don't we go ahead and drop that, Willie? So and we can certainly run it again. There you go. If you guys want to check everything out, you want to network, that's what we're all about here, is helping everyone build the community, give insights, tips, tricks, whatever we can do to help you succeed in your career. So,
yeah. And if you know someone that it's up their alley, share it with them so they know.
Drop it in the comments. We read all the comments here. If you know someone and you want to get their name out, drop it in the comments, and you never know what might come of it. So,
yeah, or if you're watching this and you're an artist yourself and you want to showcase your talents and your songs, reach out. We're looking for guests. We're all about collabing and helping each other out at the scene projects, and we all wholeheartedly believe that.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
I think that's a good stairway to bring in one of James's songs. So this is how we do this. We do a thing called Russian Roulette, aka Brad picks a number 1 to 3, and whatever one he picks, we play. I will tell you what it is. So, Brad, 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go with 3.
That was the one that said Remedy the Saucy or something like that. I probably butchered it.
Yeah, her name is Remedy the Franchise. It's the track that I produced. It's called Sauce.
Okay, so I need to fix that. I will get that playing because that is not what I put. I thought it was by you.
Shout out to Remedy the Franchise.
Okay. Well, so while he's getting that ready for the text and everything, why don't you tell us a little bit about the inspiration for this one?
Yeah. So as I said, I work with a group of producers and artists, and one of the gentlemen, his name is Derek Lamb, and he is also a guy that I connected through as far as sync licensing. Good solid brother, and he was trying to put together a project. And I knew a Remedy for some time just through social media, just networking and seeing people in the sync licensing world. And I heard some of her music. I was like, yo, she's pretty good. So Derek had a connection and he was like, hey, I got an idea. Let's just come up with an actual project that's more of kind of a West Coast style of hip hop, and have it where it's geared with a female hip hop artist on there. And she was the one that basically came to mind. So we just basically was working together, communicating, and we just came up with an actual volume of work that's with BMG Productions, and it's called Sauced Up. That's the name of the volume, and it's just based off of that theme dealing with sauce. And that's one of the tracks that's part of the project that I just wanted to send in and just submit it for everybody to listen to.
Okay. Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to giving this one a spin here. Willie, you got anything you want to add here before we get going?
No, I'm excited to hear it. Now that I got the name right. That's what's great about this. We've done episodes where I spelt the name wrong. Remember those, Brad?
I do.
Without any further, this is Saucy by Remedy the Franchise.
Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Saucy got a whole lot. Overflow need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. Saucy got a whole lot. Overflow need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. They want it like this, but they can't hang. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Came in, cut the lights on. You got to see how the flex strong. Walking in and get a team on. Niggas give me what we beat on. Living in this water drip, I'm flooded. Most side, there is nothing to put above it. Catching these waves, need an anchor. Certified like that, see the paper. South Sea got a whole lot. Overflow, need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. South Sea got a whole lot. Overflow, need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Y'all already know what the time is. Heating up, yeah, you know this the climate. Going up, yeah, you know we been climbing. It's really like that, I ain't just rhyming. Come through with my crew, we be sliding. Put the foot to the gas, we be riding. Always swaggy, we be vibing. Can't stop it even though they be trying. South Sea got a whole lot. Overflow need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. South Sea got a whole lot. Overflow need more pots. Dripped out and I can't stop. Like a boss, yeah, I call shots. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang. Dripping sauce gang. Overflow on the whole thing. More than a little bit on the maintain. They want it like this, but they can't hang.
Nice. I like the flow of that one. Like the last lyric there. That was nice.
I really liked it, especially the parts where I had like the skeet in there. That was kind of again, I probably didn't do it as good, but you know, I'm a country boy from the middle of nowhere, so
Appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, I liked the production. I like the lyrics. Why don't you tell us about who all was involved in that?
So Derek Lamb was the one who basically did the mixing and mastering of the project. I was the one who basically came up with the production for it, and as stated, Remedy the Franchise, she was the one who got the instrumental and just added her lyrics to it and recorded her vocals to it, and the result of it. And I was very happy with the product after it was finished, and I listened to it. I was like, this came out great. So
Yeah.
the whole project came out awesome. I enjoyed it from front to back.
Nice. And is that a relatively new track? Is that one older?
Yeah, that's relatively new. It actually was released last month on BMG Productions.
Okay.
The volume is available to listen, and I want to say it's available on iTunes and Spotify as far as if anybody wants to listen and purchase and be able to play it over and over again. So it's out there and it's available too for listening pleasures.
Nice. Very cool. So BMG
that
Productions.
process?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just curious about the BMG Productions and how you got involved with those guys.
Yeah, so it's just like I was saying earlier, just the power of networking and just even what you alluded to when talking about collaborating and just getting together in a room with people it is sometimes challenging depending on who you're doing the building with and trying to connect with, but there are some good people who are actually having the same mind, the same mindset and goals and objectives that you have. And so me and Derek, we just connected just naturally. We share the same faith, and he's a family man, and he's got into the sync licensing world. So we just basically were just talking back and forth. I told him about this network that I was starting with, and I just added him on. And so I already had worked with BMG Productions, which is one of the reputable music publishing libraries that's out there for sync.
Yeah.
I would like to get back involved with them, but I didn't have like somebody that had like another connection with somebody that is a publisher in that library, and he did. So he built a good relationship with someone. So I was like, hey, I want to try to run something by you, see if we can go ahead and try to put something together. And we talked about it, and we just brainstormed. We said, well, let's just go ahead and come up with this project with a female hip-hop vocalist, and she was one, and she's also with BMG Productions too. I don't know if I think she's with a different publisher under the library, a sub-publisher, but anyway, she's with them as well. So we just got together. I had a couple of producers that I was connected with and said, hey, here's an opportunity. Y'all want to go ahead and be added to this volume? Got them together, and we just cranked out some music, came out with 5 tracks, and she just basically laid her vocals, presented it to the publisher. And he was like, yeah, he said, I would definitely want to go ahead and add this to our library of volumes of work. And we just signed the paperwork, agreed to the actual splits, and just sent it off. And just like I said, got released this past month. So I'm very happy, very blessed that it's in a good library, and just waiting to see what happens with it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's good when things come together like that.
Yeah.
You start to see how things can work when things are clicking, and definitely encourage everyone to, stay yourself, do your thing, and keep pushing, keep networking. We, as much AI is out there, and I love tech and everything, we are still in a relationships business, and you want to surround yourself with like-minded people and people that are trying to go where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. And don't be afraid to reach out to someone that has more experience. I mean, then people can help lead you. I mean, I don't know about you, Brad, but I wouldn't be where I am without the talking to Bubba. And as far as Bubba has helped me come, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful for a number of people that have helped me get started in the business. It took me a long time to just for somebody to give me a chance, and sometimes that's all you need, somebody to give you a chance and a chance to prove yourself and your work ethic and your integrity and your skills and what you can do. So
definitely plays a role in it. Finding that group of people that believe in you.
Yeah.
And here's a little story for you. In June, end of July, I had a heat stroke. I was DJing a festival, running sound, and I went down. Like, I didn't even realize it was happening because I was so focused on the soundboard. And next thing you know, I'm being taken to the hospital with 3 liters of fluid.
Dang.
I was drinking though, but it was just not. I was drinking water and body armors. It was just. I'm not exactly the smallest person, so. But anyway, Captain Jack's where I was at. I love that place. It's my second home. I do a lot of festivals for them, and they're like, "How can we make this not happen?" And this is kind of a little huge shout out to them. They actually sponsored me and got me a digital board, so I didn't have to be directly in the heat, and I can move and I can have a little more freedom. So, just being able to have that freedom to where someone believes in you, and everybody needs that, no matter where you're at in your career, whether you've been in it 30 years or you've been in it 5 days.
Yeah.
Cheyenne.
Yeah. You need that. I go over a lot of this, and when I do my consulting and mentorship and that kind of stuff, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but mental health is super important.
Yes, it is.
And Willie's got his soul impact. I'll let him kind of say that, but without your mental health, man, you can't produce your best content. You can't be your true self, and it's very easy to get down. Artists are expected to be entrepreneurs. You're expected to, run your own business and you're expected to do the left and the right brain all the time,
right?
For you. And, there's not a lot of people outside the arts that can do that. I don't know why we expect everyone in the arts to be able to do that. And, that's why I do what I do. Like I'm all business. I'm all, left brain. I wasn't given the God-given talent that a lot of people have, singing and playing instruments. With some people, it's like breathing for them. Mine is strategic partnerships, and I do the business side. So that's it's very fulfilling and rewarding for me to help those artists to connect the dots. And there's a place for everyone. I think you just have to kind of find your tribe and your people, and nurture them and appreciate the people that do give you a chance and give you the insights that you need. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked harder at this, and I did a 40-hour job a week with mandatory overtime. Yeah. I've worked harder at being a sound engineer, DJ, podcaster, college student, whatever hat I'm wearing that day, than I ever did a job where I got to go to work, got to go home, and didn't have to worry about dotting the I's and crossing the T's at the end of the day, because I clocked out and somebody else had to deal with it. I mean, so people often don't realize the logistics that go into it. It isn't like, and you would be surprised how many artists I have talked to that doesn't know about registering their music and getting paid. And I was like, there's so much more than just, bam, I'm an artist, I'm on Spotify. And I'm not knocking those.
Right.
But you got to start somewhere. But it's going to take someone to come along and says, are you registered to get your pay?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you on your BMI or your ASCAP, whatever you're on, as a songwriter, I use BMI. I like BMI. I think it's easier to navigate. For my label, I'm on BMI. But far as all that goes, a lot of people don't know that. They think just because they're on DistroKid or whatever they are, because I know there's a bunch of them, that they're covered. And unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Oh, it's not.
And people don't realize that at the end of the day, yeah, it's taxable and whatnot, but at least you're getting your $2. It may only be $2 because streaming is horrible, but that's where we do have to push others to, if you like this song, now go buy it, or share it, Yeah. And I think people lose track of that. They often lose track of the sharing part of it versus I like this song. Yeah, it's great. You can like that song, but let's share that song that you like with somebody else.
Yeah. 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 I realized that I have a call that I have to go to, and so I have to leave a little bit early from this podcast, but I'm going to try to jump back in if I can, but I realized that I got double booked on this. So, I do want to try and jump back in. I'm sure you guys will be on. So if I can, I may come back in a minute here, but I really like what you're doing, James, and I really want to hear the rest of the songs. I will definitely listen back to everything here, and Willie can give you my information as well, or you can look me up.
Sure.
You want to check out. I know Willie kind of ran the banner at the bottom, but I do musicmogulai.com, which is a software that helps artists. It's an artist management platform, does booking, marketing, and management functions. And then I also do Mogul Talent Group, which is the human services side of the business, doing, consulting, strategic partnerships, mentorship, artist and repertoire development, that kind of stuff as well. So but definitely reach out to me and let me know if I can help you with anything.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the second track, and then if I can jump back in, then I can certainly do that. I'd love to know a little bit about the track, though, and maybe we can get James to tell us a little bit on the background. So you want to let him pick one or two this time?
Yeah, James. So what you sent in. So you can do the best one of the two or the worst one of the two. Not saying they're bad. That sounded horrible. But you can do one you like the most out of the two, or you can do that. Everybody has a favorite.
We're asking you to pick what's your favorite kid, okay?
Oh man,
I wasn't asking him that.
That's funny, man. I have to say I like both flavors of ice cream, but for this particular moment, I'll just go ahead and just choose number 2. That doesn't mean I don't love number 1. I love them both, but I just choose 2 today. That's all.
That is built for this by you. Is that the way I understand it?
Say that again.
Built for this. Is that by you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I didn't want to throw it up there and be like, that's not my.
No, I appreciate you asking. Yeah.
Yo. That pressure don't break me. It can only just make me train much harder, go much farther, get much stronger daily. I can show you very clear. My team is built for this. My team is built for this. My team is built for this. Built for the fire. Built for the flames. Hot and so ill, bringing heat to the game. Built for the rain, built for the flood. The struggle is real, we came from out of the mud. Training to sharpen each other, bleeding so hard, we came from the gutter. Hustle and climb, that's my bread and butter. Rise and shine through the midst of the clutter. Every tear that's been shed, every mile that's been tread, every moment that's ahead. Now I rise from the dead. I won't give in, I don't shut up. When it's time to put in, I won't let up. That pressure don't break me. It can only just make me train much harder, go much farther, get much stronger daily. I can show you very clear, my team is built for this. My team is built for this. My team is built for this. Man, I've been made for this moment. Put me on in and I'm on it. Cut from the wire, I'm rolling. Built for the pain, I am chosen. 10 toes down, we focus. Best believe my hands are potent. Locked in, know it's our time. When the light shine, it's my moment. Every tear that's been shed, every mile that's been tread, every moment that's ahead. Now I rise from the dead. I won't give in. I don't shut up when it's time to put in. I won't let up.
Hey. Man, I really like your stuff, James.
I appreciate that.
The production is great. The lyrics are great. The flow is good. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like there's a lot of good stuff you got going on. It's refreshing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can see why BMG, is interested, because it's high quality and you can tell that. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love the message behind it because you can tell by hearing it that there's healing in the lyrics.
I thank you. I thank you for picking that up. Yeah. Thank you for picking that up. Yeah.
You hit on mental health earlier, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of what I do, a lot of reason why I do what I do is I also have another podcast I do where it's Soul Impact, Our Music Saved Us, and I sit down with artists and creators, and we talk about how music has helped them through the hardest times possible.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, I believe music is that tool that people often forget about.
Yep. Very cool, man. Well, I really wish that I could stick around. I'm so sorry that I had this other thing pop up on my side, but let's definitely connect, James.
For sure.
We'll definitely stay in touch, and like I said, if I can jump back in before y'all are done, I will definitely do so here.
All right.
But yeah, man, keep up the good work. I encourage you to stick with it for sure.
Brad, I'll see you later. If not, I'll see you next week.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Brad.
But yeah, a lot of what I do, James, is because of music. I believe, and that's why I started my show. Which I would love to get you on that.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is, for you in that song, did you master any of that, or did you?
Yeah. What? So that was a track that I produced, and I had a co-producer. His name is Darius Brown, and the way how it came together was, I basically was putting together and constructing it from the start, and I had him in mind of actually coming on and just basically collaborating and constructing it from start to finish using the elements that I had, and he wound up constructing it from start to finish. Once I got it back, I was already inspired just off of things relevant that was going on to just actually put into the song. I wanted it to be creative to where it can actually deal with if someone is actually an athlete, someone who is actually someone that's in a space where they're trying to deal with challenges in their life. They could be able to listen to it and make it just relevant for them, to help them out, and just tell them like, yeah, that confidence, like I'm built for this. Like I was saying that during the song because my mentality was saying, whatever pressure comes up against me, I'm built for this. Like I can handle it. So it really meant a lot to me, just as far as what I was saying, because as you said, music or whatever like God-given ability you have that you're created to do, that's some type of way of your outlet to be able to just actually work out some stuff. And you don't want to go ahead and put that talent to the side. You may want to go ahead and you should be able to use it, and using that ability or that talent can be able to connect you with other people, or to be able to have that voice to where it helps somebody else that may listen to it and can relate to it. And you build a bridge of communication between you and even the listeners that are listening to it. You may not be able to talk with them face to face, but your voice and what you are expressing can be able to reach their heart and connect to them. So that's what I felt in creating that song. I'm glad it came out the way how it did. And yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Darius Brown. He's an amazing producer, and he did the mixing and mastering of the track, and it came out great.
So, okay, see, that gets wheels turning. Did you have the beat already, or did y'all construct the beat as well?
Yeah, we constructed it. So, I gotta give a shout out to. There was a group I was a part of. It was called Placement Profits, and I had mentors. So I got to give a shout out to Kevin. His name's Kevin Barnes, and the other mentor I had was Lawrence Ricks. And when I was in that mindset of wanting to try to do work on my own and trying to crank out stuff, it just was too time consuming for me. As I said, I have 2 kids and I have a wife. So, and I have a full-time job. So it's harder for me to kind of like have that time where I could just do it all on my own. So I had to work hard, but also work smarter and utilize the power of collaboration. So I had like all my sounds, and I just created like a 16-bar loop. And what I did was I packaged that loop over to Darius Brown. I said, this is what I got. Are you able to go ahead and construct it and put it together in a way to where it sounds great from start to finish? And we just worked on it together, and he was able to go ahead and just build it, use the elements that I had, and also add his elements. And that's the finished result of what you heard.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to, like you said, I'm a parent, so I'm trying to. I'm listening.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, it definitely comes through. It really does, and you can definitely hear the passion you have for it. You know, you could tell that it wasn't just thrown together, and I'm sure there was probably where most people don't realize, and they try to do it all in one take. I'm sure it wasn't done like in a day, and you're like, okay, bam, here it is. Send it to the processor, publisher. I'm done.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people don't realize that sometimes, and I'm learning this myself as being a songwriter, is sometimes it takes breaking that down, and you do maybe 30 seconds of the song, get that 30 seconds right, and then, you know, you may have to break the whole thing down. You got to break the whole thing down. It's okay.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, give me just a minute, sister. There's no sense of crying. We're not leaving right now. Yes, go play, and when we're done, we will go back to Burger King. Okay? Yes, you will.
She is still gonna give me the Barbie toy.
If you quit throwing a fit and being ugly, yeah. But if you're being ugly, you're not gonna get it.
I can't see all of these.
Well, put them on, please. Bring them here, and I'll clean them real quick. But you know, and that's what the thing is. There's gonna be interruptions in life, and I think that's how you handle everything.
Yeah.
Everything could be perfectly together, and you know, even with my personal podcast, Hi, man. You're silly. His name is James. Can you say hi, James?
Hi, James.
Hey.
But
My name is Shannon Fake.
not just your first name.
No, he's not.
Just your first name. Remember, you don't know him, so you can't tell him your full name.
Yes, I do. I know his full name. Hey, what's your full name?
Get up. You're not my computer down. Please stop.
Hey, what's your full name?
His name is James.
What's his full name?
His name is James.
Help me put on my shoes.
When I'm done, go play until we're done, or we're not gonna go. You're not gonna go get your toy. But a lot of it is I won't be able to see the real. You know, no matter what we're doing, and like you, my faith plays a huge role in what I do.
Yeah.
But I want people to say at the end of the day, you know, my upbringing was different than most people's. I'm sure of it. And yours is different than mine. And not to say what I face is different than what you face.
Right.
But with my upbringing, I want to do a better job as a dad to let my kid know, you know, what that take 30 seconds, if that. And she's happy.
Right.
Don't stream. You can do it. You almost got it on. It ain't worth streaming over, Cheyenne. But it takes a little bit of time.
It does.
Daddy.
What? When I'm done, I will. I promise. Okay, then go put a pair of shoes you can put on by yourself.
Oh, I put this one on.
See, I told you you could do it. Remember, can't never could till they tried. Yep, you keep trying till you get it done. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, in it's little moments, things like that I want people to see.
I did it.
Good job. The realness in it, you know. All right. Settle down. Go play until we're ready to go, okay? Then you get up on the bed and you can watch, but you don't need to be loud, okay? No, ma'am, I'm using my phone. But and that's what, for me, and that's what everything I do, my DJing, my songwriting, 90% of my songs are life lessons or stuff I've encountered or something that I'm passionate about, you know? And I think, and that's what I love about the music industry right now is the fact that there is so many independent artists, but at the same time, it's breaking them bars that the record label has on people where you got to do it this way, that way.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to be Morgan Wallen. I hate to say it, but I'm a country fan, so I threw that one in there. Morgan Wallen's hot, so they're going to make everybody like Morgan Wallen. What? No, you can go play, please. If you go play, when I'm done, I will let you play on my phone. If you go. But you gotta quit interrupting, okay? I know you're being good, but you're getting antsy, okay? But you gotta be true to yourself, and I think that's where. Yes, you can have a sucker if you go play to the playroom. That's where you gotta stay true to who you are, you know. And I think that's where the record label comes in, and you know. Well, we want to put you as this image or whatever, you know. How many artists have failed because of the image that the record label has put on them?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, many.
So that's what I think is about. It's about helping artists stay true to their art. You know, and I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to steal these songs. We're not going to steal them, bad words, but I'm probably going to add them to my DJ list. So when I'm DJing, I can help get you guys out there and be like, hey, you like this song? Go check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Because, see, that to me, that's what it is. You know, share. You know, I don't have you on social media, but if we were, and I'm sure, I seen something you shared, I'm going to share it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many events I've shared, and people's like, which one are you going to be at? I'm like, well, this one's mine, but if you're in this area,
Right.
you know, it's about helping each other. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you hit on that earlier, and I think it couldn't be more true. The fact that the community of musicians and songwriters, producers, anyone in that area, in that genre, in that field, need to rally together. I mean, better than what we are.
Yeah.
So, what's the journey been like for you?
It's been like challenges. It's been ups and downs. Uh, it's been certain things where you gotta focus on the thing I learned is you gotta focus on your own race. Like everybody has their own race and they have their own path that they gotta take. And you don't know what this person has done or what they've gone through to actually be able to get this success or the gains that they're getting. So while you're still trying to run and go about your path, you have to be able to celebrate and not get too much concentrated on what's going on with that person. Because if you do get focused on whatever is going on with this person as far as the level of success or notoriety that they're getting, you can become jealous. You can start to have those mental lapses where you get depressed, you get anxious, and you go through that crash, right? So the early stages for me, it was like, I'm just glad to be able to start doing it. I'm able just to go ahead and get my music in these libraries, whatever. But we touched on like the importance of like business and education and knowing about certain things, because there's certain things that you come into like the business and knowing about certain terms that you don't really know that much about. So when I got like involved in singing licensing, there are certain terms and things that I didn't really know that much about, and how there were certain deals or things that were done depending on the publisher that I was not educated on. So you see placements, but you're just wondering where is the financial gain coming from. And when you find out certain information about it, as far the certain licensing deals that are going on, you're like, oh, now I know why for these tracks that do get placed that I'm not getting anything recouped from it. It's just because the publishers, they have their blanket licenses that they have with these certain networks and publishers as well, that they get their cut, but the songwriters don't. So there is like certain things I was like, man, so you mean to tell me this is what's going on? So that plays a role in your mental. But at the end of the day, I said, okay, now that I know how certain things go, and I know how to maneuver and put my stuff in a library where I know that it will help be more beneficial for me, and it can help me be able to get things financially, so where it's a win-win. And I don't have no ill will or animosity about that or get angry about it. It's just like I said, it's just a way where you could be able to educate somebody else so that they can know what they're getting into. And I share that with the other people that I'm connected to as far as within my group, to let them know, like, this is certain things you need to go ahead and be aware of. And you got to ask these questions whenever you see stuff like, why is this the case? So the journey has been a progress where I'm grateful for it. I'm learning more, and it's good when I start to see other people that I am working alongside of starting to get their work in the same libraries as I'm in, and they tell me, hey, I got a placement here. That's the rewarding part, because even though I'm getting some good stuff happening with me, I'm glad when I see other stuff is starting to happen with opportunities and doors with the people that I'm connected to. So that gives me a bit more of fulfillment of seeing that, and they got other people that they're connected to that they're trying to bring along in the journey as well. So it's rewarding.
See, and that's something I don't know a whole lot about. I don't know a whole lot about the sync licensing about it.
Yeah.
I mean, all I know is, like, as a songwriter, I actually had a guy that I wrote a song for. I wrote a song just for him. And he's like, this is a great song and I want to use it, but you need to register with the BMI or ASCAP. So
Yep.
that is the extent of my knowledge. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
But because he's like, I want you to get credit for what you wrote because you wrote a really good song.
Yeah.
He's like, so, and it's great when you have people like that, because it would have been easy for him to be, oh man, I love this lyrics, I love this song. You know, I have 2 different songs I've sold, and it was to the same family, him and his husband. I mean, and he did a song, and he did a song. So,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm listed on there, and he walked me through how to make sure I'd be listed on there. Now, I don't know if that's the same as sync licensing. I don't know. I don't know anything about that.
Right.
But that's where it takes admitting, you know, there's going to be someone that always knows more than what you know.
Yep.
You know, compared to who I was 5 years ago, I'm an expert. Compared to someone that's been doing it for 20 years, I am not.
Right.
I might be at the semi-pro level then, but, you know, and no, I'm not comparing myself. It's just being real.
Yeah.
That there's always someone that's going to know a little more than what I know. Because there's always going to be someone that's been in the music career industry longer than I have. Like, I've been in it 6 years. This year will be 6 years. Didn't start that way. I ain't gonna lie, I started off DJing. I wanted to do karaoke. Just thought it would be fun. Showed up, and the sound guy for an event I was just supposed to DJ for decided to pass out drunk in his vehicle.
Oh,
that is actually how I got my start as a sound engineer. Man. And one of the guys that was there, he's like, and I'm still really good friends with him to this day. He's like, Willie, he helped me fine tune it. And at the time, he just kept telling me, listen to your ears. I'm like, what? It made no sense at the time.
Yeah.
But now it's like, now that I've been in it as long as I have, it's like, oh, I get it. You're going to tell if the sound is off, if there's distortion or whatever, you know?
Yep.
So, I mean, that's the biggest thing is learning. You know, and what works for you may not work for me.
Yep.
It's okay for you to try what I'm doing or me to try what you're doing. It doesn't mean if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm wrong.
Right.
There's 2 different ways of doing it. And that's one thing I've loved about my podcast is I have probably interviewed 60 people and none of them right. And one of the questions I ask is, what's your writing process? I can tell you without a doubt, none of them had said the same. They might have details that are the same.
Sure.
But the writing process the same. None of them has been identical. So, you know, I just believe that, you know, we got to get back to all that, you know, helping each other out. I mean, you said that earlier, and I believe that wholeheartedly. You know, there's too many labels out there having new artists coming in that don't know nothing about it, and they're taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
and it's sad.
Mhm.
They have a new
It
artist
is.
come in, and they don't know about registering on the BMIs and stuff, and they come in and they just
Yep.
next thing you know, they're not getting a dime from their music.
No, not at all. Mhm.
I talked to one kid, and I'm gonna say kid because he's in his 20s,
Mhm.
but I'm like, you've got to register. Well, they said they took care of it. They probably took care of it as the publisher. I said, you still got to take care of it as the owner of the music.
Correct.
Because, I mean, there's a 200% share in a song and people don't realize it.
That's right.
Because a big portion does go to your publishers, and
Mhm.
but then you got your cut where your songwriters, and
Yep.
and another people don't realize is meta tagging their music.
Yep.
Every computer is capable of it.
That's right. Mhm. It's built for it. Yep.
So this is something I can talk about all day long. I'm very passionate about it. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, sure.
But I would love to link up with you and extend an invitation to get more into your story on my podcast.
Yeah.
You got one more song
Mhm.
where, and I believe it is Grace in the Sunlight. Was that one by you as well?
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Grace in the Sunlight, and once you do, we'll kind of jump into it and we can let everybody hear it.
Yeah. So Grace in the Sunlight, this is a track that's produced by like I said, somebody that I connected with. His name is Joshua Jackson. He heard a project that I was that I'm still currently working on. It's going to be geared towards sync licensing, but it's currently dealing with a season that I'm going through in my life where again, I was focusing on producing, but now I'm putting on my writer's hat, and I'm getting more into just starting to write songs again, where I start to get that urge to do it. And this track came along just organically. It was like right at the right time, right season, where I currently, like I said, I'm currently still going through it, where I said, I got to write about this. He sent me the track, and instantly I just said, okay, I got what I want to write about. You talked about where people have different processes of how they write things. I would write the verse, think about it some more, days would go by, and then I go ahead and start writing some more to it. So it's slowly started coming together until I finally had it written, and I just wound up just recording it. The first verse I recorded in one take, and then the second verse was a little bit more me taking my time with it, and I needed someone to actually sing the hook, and eventually I'm gonna have my wife go over the hook too, because she can sing. But one of my friends, Darius Brown, who produced and he actually mixed and mastered this track too, he produced the last track that we just heard. His wife sings, so she heard the actual verses, and then she wound up laying down her vocals for the chorus, and that's what I wound up sticking with, and I named the track Grace in the Sunlight. So this will be the last track to listen to.
Yeah. Through it all, you working things for my good. Maintain happiness in the places I stood. Bad wages leave men to fall on their face. We all need to be tied to your grace. Hope for the best, smile that gets better. Tears are for a season, all things work together. For the good, not those trying to break us. Can't break us, he just shapes us. All the losses, win trials and tests, we use as tools to start the process. Nothing can stop my step towards the race. Sunlight is leading me to better days. I know the months keep passing me by. Great opportunities will come on the fly. Angels are surrounding me, I'm not lost. You shine your light for me on the path I cross.
All for my good, gotta work it out. All for my good, it don't matter how deep I fall. Gotta work it all for my
good. I learned many lessons on this journey. Moments of silence didn't make me worry. Knew you were there with me. In the middle of my grief, you were there with me. Shed tears briefly, wipe them with the peace you give. Anxiety left from the joy you give. My whole heart is set on a new way. No more being broken, it's a new day.
all for my good, gotta work it out. All for my good, it don't matter how deep I fall. Gotta work it all for my good. I wanna work it out, he'll work it out, yeah. I wanna work it out, he'll work it out, for your good.
I really like that harmonizing that comes in. I really like that. All right, you can tell him. Get stuck out of your mouth.
Will you hold it?
No, you can hold it. Tell him. What were you gonna say about his song?
What?
What was you gonna say about his song? I thought you were gonna tell him that you really liked it.
I really like it.
He said thank you.
That sucker good?
Yeah. I got whole tiger suckers in my last box over there.
Oh, yeah?
Whole tiger suckers.
But that's the only one you're getting tonight
Why?
because it's almost bedtime.
In the morning, can I get one, please?
After breakfast.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. Get
No,
down.
I want to tell him my favorite
All
song.
right. Tell him your favorite song.
My favorite song is Little Ant Second Chances and Baby Shark and
He probably don't know the first one you named. You're gonna have to tell him what Little Ant's Second Chances is.
I never heard of that.
What is that one?
Little Ant's Second Chance?
you
Yeah.
have to say
Who wrote that one?
you, my dad. My
Oh.
dad.
That one ain't out nowhere. I ain't found anyone to do that one for me yet.
My other favorite song is
All right. Tell him and then you gotta go so we can finish, okay?
the favorite song is I Was Alone. Huh? I was the queen. I met for my. That's my favorite song.
All right.
All right, now go play. I love you. Yeah. She come up and I was playing that one. It was actually kind of cute. And she's like, I really like this one.
Oh, man.
And I was like, you want to tell him when I'm done? Yes. I was like, okay. And, you know, to me,
I want to put my second.
no, we already did. All right. I don't want your sucker. No, thank you. 1, 2. I'm going to take the sucker if you don't stop. Thank you. But yeah, she come up and she's like, I really like this one.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you can tell him when we're done. He said, okay. And I have podcast episodes where I let her ask questions like, you know, I believe in raising the next generation to do what they love. And if she's as passionate about music as I am,
Yeah.
now she's about to get her butt whooped because she won't leave my stuff alone that she knows she's not allowed to mess with. No. All right. Give me just 1 second. A lot of it is, and that's what it is for me. It's not just a way of living. You know, the lives that are being changed by the stories they hear, by the music they hear. You know, that's what matters to me. It's
Yeah.
those connections. You know, I probably will be sending you a calendar link via your phone number to get you on my show, and that one. We don't really play music, but we get into the stories behind the music. You know, that was more on a personal level. But James, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your night and coming on
Yeah.
here. I am going to hit on a few things before we leave. Guys, we said this earlier. Make sure you following this page. Please stop. No, okay, go see who it is. Don't open it, but go see who it is. Go look out the window and see if you see him. Okay. But make sure you're liking, following, subscribe. Are you on YouTube, James?
I'm not really that much on YouTube.
Spotify?
Mm-mm.
So where can they hear your music?
Right now, you can hear some of my music on some of the actual music libraries.
So would that be like SoundCloud and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have a SoundCloud. I have my music on. There's a music library that's called raftmusic.com. You can just search my name, James Ladson. APM, that's a music library. You can search my name. You can hear my music on there as well. BMG Productions, mentioned that earlier. Just search my name. You can hear my music up there as well. And I want to say that's really it. I have a SoundCloud, but I'm not really that active on it. I have a YouTube channel. I'm not really that active on it. I do have social media outlets. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, and I also have a Facebook account. So there's the ways how you could be able to reach me and connect with me.
So you got any shows or anything coming up for your guys you're working with?
Nah, not me personally. I kind of, my lane is more of kind of facilitating, putting out the records behind the scene. So at times, if I need to go ahead and do things vocally, I can do it vocally. So I don't have any like per se shows currently at the moment. Don't know what the future holds, but right now, this is the lane that I'm in. And if I do have something that comes up with some of the other artists that I'm connected to, I do, as you have said that you do, is share the information, let people know about it, so that way they can get connected with them and support them.
Right on. And if you have any artists that either want to share their music or share their story behind their music, you got my number. Feel free to pass that along.
Yeah, I will.
We are real big about promoting. In fact, the big thing I'm passionate about right now. In fact, I have an event coming up next month. I'm doing an event out in Salem, where I'm from, for Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. I'm doing a festival. I got music coming in. I got vendors, food trucks, and every dime raised will go to help the nonprofit.
That's awesome.
And then the most recent one coming up is next weekend, the 4th and 5th. There will be a festival, country music festival in Summersville out at Captain Jack's Campground. If y'all are in the area, come check that out. Starts at noon on Friday and runs till Saturday night. Lots of good bands. We actually have one of the contestants, Deck of Hearts, from I believe it's The Voice.
Okay.
They're going to come out and they're going to perform at it. So a lot of great acts.
Yeah.
But again, I want to thank you. Please stop. We're trying to finish. Let me finish and we can go. So please stop. Thank you. But to thank you again. Sorry, I got to restrike. She interrupted. I lost my train of thought.
Good, bro.
Do you have any last words for anyone that has watched this or will watch this?
Yeah, my last words is just whatever you're striving to continue to do, whether it's just in the sync licensing world or just whatever your craft, whatever your niche is, man, just stay disciplined. Continue just to have an optimistic, positive outlook on things. If you are dealing with anything that's difficult or a challenging situation, just share with people, tell people, don't hold that information in, because there are people that are out there that do care, that do want to help you be successful and to do well in your life. So always feel like you don't have to do it all on your own. Just reach out to whoever you can, and prayerfully the right people will come just to try to help you on your journey. Sometimes it does take time. It doesn't happen overnight, but again, if you got something that's a skill, you got something that's a talent and ability, something that you have a purpose to do, work hard at it. Just don't measure your success with anybody else's success. Like if you get like a couple of fans compared to somebody getting 1,000 fans, you're successful. Everybody has
algorithms can be different for everybody.
Yeah, algorithms can be different for everybody. So just stay in your lane, trust the process, and just continue to keep pushing forward, and it'll come together in due time.
All righty, guys, and that's going to be a wrap for us. Thank you again. Remember, help one another out and love each other. Sometimes we're the only kindness in the world. Until next time, I love you guys.